They say the White House holds history within its walls, but not all history is buried. Some of it ... watches ... My name is Caleb Turner. I'm a historical documentarian, and I was offered a once-in-a-lifetime chance, a government clearance, to film a behind-the-secrets documentary inside the White House. Not just the tourist wings. I'm talking the real off-limits zones, the sub-basements, the burned-out rooms never spoken of, and the famed ghost corridor beneath the West Wing. It was supposed to be history. It turned out to be hell. ***, Chapter 1, Invited. Into DRK in this, they handed me a badge that read Temporary Clearance, Level 7. The agent, a rigid man named Marshal Deeks, told me plainly, stay with your escort. Do not stray into any unmarked rooms. If you hear anything strange, ignore it, and under no circumstances enter the room marked 33 Omega Room. What? I chuckled. He didn't smile. You'll know it when you see it. That night, I was left alone. The camera crew had been denied access last minute. Security issue. I had to shoot solo. My DSLR, a boom mic, a flashlight, and my courage. The halls were colder than I expected. Not air-conditioned cold. I mean tomb cold. The kind that clings to your bones. Now, I'm going to tell Chapter 2. The ghost COR are beneath the West Wing. I discovered the ghost corridor, a narrow underground tunnel lined with portraits. Odd thing was, these weren't official presidential portraits. These were paintings of people I didn't recognize. Each canvas had a nameplate. Eliza Mannon, housekeeper. 1812, Captain Judd Weaver. Marine Guard. 1914, Reverend Samuel Pike, guest of the President. 1849. And at the end of the corridor, a door sealed in rusted steel, marked crudely with chalk, 33 Omega. I felt my heartbeat slow. My hand reached for the knob, out of curiosity, not intention. The moment my fingers touched it, I heard a voice whisper behind me, "Don't let them out." I spun around. No one. The air felt tighter, as if the corridor had narrowed. I left immediately, but the whisper followed me. Chapter 3, the TAPS back in the East Wing. I accessed a forgotten security room, rows of dusty VHS tapes labeled with presidential terms. I played one from 1976, static. Then darkness, then a flickering image, President Ford pacing alone in the Oval Office at night. He paused at a corner of the room, staring at the wall. Suddenly, he began speaking to someone off-screen. "There is no peace without penance, I understand, but must the children suffer too?" He began sobbing, then the wall behind him breathed, just for a second. Like something was inside it, watching alive. The tape ended with a screech and a burst of white noise. I pulled another -1093, President Clinton. Same pattern, same corner, same unseen presence. Something has been here for decades, maybe longer. Chapter For Room 33 Omega Curiosities, a killer. I broke the first rule. I went back down. I opened the door to 33 Omega. It opened into pitch black. The flashlight flickered violently, but held long enough to reveal what looked like a nursery. crib, a cracked rocking chair, and dozens of children's toys scattered across the floor. The walls were lined with scratch marks, long, deep, angry. One wall had names etched in blood: Andrew Nora Ben Franklin. The last name made me freeze. Franklin Pierce, 14th President of the United States. His son had died in a train crash before he took office, or so history says. A sudden gust extinguished my light. I stood in blackness, and then came the laughter, children's voices, twisted and mocking, circling me. "Caleb, come. Do you want to play too?" I screamed, stumbled, and ran. As I shut the door, I heard something scrape it from the inside. Whatever lived in room 33 Omega wasn't locked in by mistake. Chapter 5. The President's Journal. Found the leather-bound journal under a loose floorboard in the Lincoln bedroom. Not Lincoln's. The entries were anonymous, signed only with a wax seal of the American Eagle. January 12, 1863. The entity requires attention. Last night, Mary heard Willie's voice again. But Willie is dead. We must not speak of it. March 4th, 1901. The second child has vanished. Roosevelt says it's rats. He lies. He hears them too. Every president does. 1963, he warned me not to go to Dallas. Said the shadow had plans. I should have listened. It was chilling. As if every president had been warned, had seen, had been haunted by something ancient and political, something that lives not beside power, but within it. Chapter 6, the possession he tried to leave. Every hallway changed, doors vanished, rooms flipped, time broke. At one point, I swear I saw Truman arguing with someone invisible, then blinking and vanishing mid-sentence. In the Oval Office, I finally found a window real solid. I looked out. It was 1945. Beneath me, soldiers marched in victory. The war had just ended. I screamed. The room began to shake. Then came the voice through every speaker, through every vent. "You see me now." A figure emerged from the darkness, tall, robed in black, with no face, only a shifting, endless pit. "I was here when the first brick was laid," I whispered to Washington. "I fed on Lincoln's grief. I drank Kennedy's fear. What are you?" I cried. It grinned without lips. "I am the true Constitution." The lights exploded. Chapter 7. Escape. I woke up outside the gates. My footage was gone. My camera melted inside my bag. My clothes smelled like sulfur and ashes. A Secret Service agent approached me. "You were found unconscious. You've been missing for 3 days." 3 days. He nodded. "Do not speak of what you saw. If you value your brother's life, or your sister's scholarship, or your heartbeat tomorrow, stay silent." I nodded, but I remembered everything. And now, as I sit here, uploading this anonymously, I feel the air growing cold again. My lights flicker. A voice in my vent whispers, "Wrong move, Caleb." O2R. They say history repeats itself. I say history never left. And in the White House, history is hungry.